Sino ba sa akin dito ang may asawa? Who are married here? I'm sure you will agree with me that within our family, we have one leader. Am I right?
Yes.
Depending on whose voice is more heavier. The one last one. But there is one reality, there is a leader at home. And I'd like to share this with you because you like it or not, you will have the opportunity to develop the leader in you. At home, in the workplace, or just about anywhere. Now, what is your own understanding of the word leader, brother?
The one who guides.
Okay, good.
The one who guides and
This one.
lead. The word lead. The one who lead. The one who the one in charge.
Very good. What about, I'd like to ask some people there, M's. What is your own understanding of the word leader? What to you is a leader or a manager?
For me, it is being the model of your members.
Okay, that's good. That's another area there. I'd like to share with you this general description of what a leader is. Simplified. A leader is someone in authority to lead others to accomplish goals. A leader needs to be able to motivate others to perform and excel. It's either professional goals or personal goals. Is that clear? Are we in the same direction in defining what a leader is? Now, why do people become managers or become leaders? These are the four scenarios wherein they said a leader is being discovered. Some are gifted to lead. If you belong to other organizations other than ISAVE, or if you have a good atmosphere in your house, you are trained by your parents because of the upbringing of your parents, you have that outstanding leadership skills. That is one. Second is, some are situated to lead. There is an opportunity for your group to discover you as a leader. Some people are gathered in a particular situation and they need somebody to start or get the ball rolling, and people notice you that you have that particular skills. And when an opportunity arises, people will appoint you as a leader of the organization. Third, some are positioned to lead by authority. There are certain organizations and businesses. We have young managers, son of a CEO, because they are related to the boss. But in the long run, they will fail because they are not properly trained. And we don't want that to happen. Later on, you will know what Peter's principle is because I'll discuss it with you. Some are sound to lead. Like in certain organization, there's chaos. Problem arise from all corners. And then you realize that this person can lead, can ask and motivate people, can extract people to do their best. And then when an opportunity to be elected comes, you will appoint the person. That is exactly the four situations where we come up with a leader. Now, there are three styles of leadership. First is autocratic. I'd like to, if you want the PowerPoint, you can get it later on, just to read during your free time. Because I'm sure in the future, you will be managers and leaders. Sino ba gusto mag-managers dito? Raise your hands. Lahat, di ba? You don't want to be subordinate all your life. Mali pa ang sahod. Utusan ka lang. So, check this later on. I'd like to move forward. This is a very simplified difference between a manager and a leader is. From Warren Business, managers are people who do things right, while leaders are people who do the right things. So there is a difference between Redel and Yuri. Who do you think will do the right thing? Just kidding, Redel. Oh. qualities of a good leader. I'm sharing this with you because in a little while we will be electing people to different posts in the organization. Let's find out who among you can bring the organization to greater heights. Fair and honest, self-explanatory. Fair means you're not biased. You're not favoring somebody. You are not favoring somebody because she's pretty. Fair and square, ability to delegate. You should know that things can be done quickly if you let other people do it. Delegation is the secret, but make sure that when you delegate, you train that person. Otherwise, he will commit a mistake, and that will give you another hour to do the work again and again. Because you are not training people before delegating. Ability to communicate. Why is it that some organizations after 1 year, they're gone? They are fired up during the organization's birth, and suddenly ice cold. Why? Because there is no line of communication. There is no communication between the leader and the members, and we don't want that to happen. Although it's happening partly in our organization, because in reality, what are the mode of communication that we have? FB, Yahoo group, but some are not opening, especially if they are working offshore. So we don't have the opportunity to reach them and tell them of what the activities that we have. Positive attitude. As a leader, you should encourage your members. Don't say, I cannot do that. We are new in this business. We cannot do that because that is very expensive. Use your initiative. Try to find ways wherein you can instill in the mind of the members that there's nothing to worry about because as a whole, you can do it. Together as a team. There is no I in the word team. Am I right?
Yes.
It is together we achieve more. Now, ability to inspire. You will only have the ability to inspire if your members trusted you. They believe in you. So you have to lead by example. Committed. I know, as probably a father, you have a lot of activities other than I say. Personal, professional. But because of your commitment, you are here. You are volunteering. You are putting more time because you want to serve the organization. That is commitment. Now, what are the common mistakes of leaders? We have to tackle this one by one because I don't want you to do the same mistake. Failure to plan. Why is it that planning is very important? Sister, our new member, sister, why do you think planning is important?
To determine the priorities.
Exactly, that's right. Let's give her a round of applause, please. I'd like to instill in your mind, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Am I right? Next, failure to determine and follow a hierarchy. You know what a hierarchy? From top to the bottom. There are instances wherein an officer is absent and a member approaches you and you're not supposed to decide. But because you are proud of your being probably a BOT, you are trying to overlap a decision. We don't want that to happen. So there is a hierarchy, follow the hierarchy in order to have order in the organization. Failure to be visible, present, and attentive. Sabi nga nila, madali kang lapitan, pero mahirap hanapin. Diba? So, for the members to feel, in order to have a sense of belongingness, you should be visible in not only during times of enjoyment, but during development of the organization as well. Failure to delegate. Some leaders would rather say, I can do it, let me do it, because I am in the better position to do it. I have a master's degree. You want to prove your worth as a professional person. You don't want to delegate, but that is not the right way. If you want to develop people, try to delegate a task. Empower them in certain instances. But always remember, before you delegate, you are teaching the person the right way to do it. You know why? Because if you are not teaching the right way to do it, he will commit a mistake, and you will do it because you failed to give instruction. And not only that, what about if it costs millions of equipment? You will lose your job because you are not helping your subordinate do the right thing and the right way. Failure to act. Sometimes we don't have a sense of urgency. We will say, let's do it next week. It's still a month from now. We procrastinate on doing things. That is bad. Never put up for tomorrow what you can do today. Always remember that. Avoid the manana system. No? Manana system, get rid of it. Bukas na. No? Que sira-sira. No? Whatever will be, will be. Pangit yan. Ano nangyari? Sira-sira. Diba? Do it today if you have time. Failure to lead. Those leaders, there are leaders who panic when there is an emergency situation. Now, instead of thinking of the right way to solve the problem, is delegating the members. Can you do it yourself? I'm busy. But that is not the right way. I'd like to end by giving you these leadership tips before we have election. Number one, be fair and never practice favoritism. Even in your family. How many children do you have here? Two. Inside. I'm just kidding. He's a good man. It's not like you won't involve people in any decision-making process. You know why? Because he will have a sense of ownership in the organization. And people would feel better when their idea are being listened to by the management. That's a human instinct. Lead by example. If you don't want your members to steal, don't steal. Am I right? Never promise a reward you cannot deliver. Hey, do it for me. Next month, I'll treat you. Because you're used to doing it. You say, Riddle, do it for me. I'll give you a girl. And after 30 days, Riddle is waiting. That's bad. If you cannot introduce Riddle to a woman because he's still single, ready to mingle, don't say it wrong. Next is train before you delegate. I mentioned it earlier. Never practice procrastination. There should be a sense of urgency. Treat people on important occasion on celebration. You know, there are only 2 dates that are very important to your staff or people. Birthday and probably wedding anniversary. Believe it or not, if you remember the birthday of a person and you treat him, he will remember that. He might not appreciate it directly, but deep in his mind, he will remember you. Next is respect people's idea or stand. Even if that idea is not really good, respect. You're not Japanese. Japanese, if you are going to humiliate a Japanese and put him to shame, he will do harakiri, honorable suicide. Am I right? But if you will put a Filipino to shame, he will kill you. Remember that, especially if that guy is not educated, no patience. you are ending your life too soon. So remember that always. Always be visible and approachable. Give them the opportunity to grow. You know, in our organization, sometimes we are lucky to join a company, giving people an opportunity to grow. They provide training. You are a supervisor already. You are a manager already. Huwag mo nang kunin yung lahat ng free training. Di ba? Give the other trainings the benefits to your people so that they can grow. Gusto mo lang ate, ikaw lang ang pilot ng ibang company. Di ba? Let your people grow. Knowledge is power. And if you are providing them that, they will remember. Chong, napindihan ka nila ng mga tao ko if you are doing that. Now, ito yung last, pero I'd like to end with this slide. Peter's principle. People are promoted in every position or in our organization. No? But without proper training, they tend to commit mistake because they are not ready for it. They are already judged in a different parameter. Level of incompetence. They are ineffective because you are just promoting them, not training them. It's like a salesman. Because you are a good salesman, your boss would say, there is a vacancy in a sales manager position. Tomorrow, I'll make a memorandum. You will be the manager because you are the #1 salesman. But that is not the right way to do it. Train him first because he will make a mistake. No human communication skills, no personal skills. That person is bound to fail. So people in our organization, let's make a habit. We train people. If you are asking people to do a task, even how small the task is, you should be careful. Tell him this is the right way to do it. So with that, I'd like to close by saying, let's make this as a culture of our organization and guide as we elect our officers today. Thank you. So,